Hello and welcome to this first lesson on numbers in Persian, in which I will teach you how to count from 1 to 10 in Persian. And we will go over this in multiple ways because there's different ways that numbers are represented in Persian. So first of all, the simple spotted numbers are different in Persian than what we're used to from the Roman alphabet. And then I will teach you how to pronounce the numbers in Persian and how to spell them transliterated to the Romanized version, and how to write them using the Farsi script or the Persian script. But how to actually write Persian or how to learn to write Persian is out of the scope for this video, but I hope that you will still enjoy it. So let's get started. Alright, as you can see, I have written down all the 10 numbers here. So let's just get started with number 1. So number 1 basically has this symbol in Persian, and as you can see, it's basically a dented line, which looks kind of similar to how you would write a 1 in the Roman alphabet. And number 1 is called yek. Yek. And it is written like this in Persian. Yes. So that was number 1, yek. Number 2 has basically the same symbol, but we add a line on top. And this is called do. Do. And do is written like this. So that is yek and do. Number 3 adds yet another dimension to the slanted line. So instead of just one line on top, we add like a little twist to the line. So the first 3 you can see are basically an involvement of the same symbol. And this is called se. Se. And se is written like this. So yek, do, and se. Number 4, now it actually changes a bit here because we make a new symbol. So we basically make a half circle and then add a line to it. That is number 4. And number 4 is called chahar. 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 And chahar is written like this. Chahar. So yek, do, se, and chahar. Number 5. I'm sure you will like the symbol for this one because when you see it, it's actually very special. It is a flip around heart, basically, which is kind of cool. And number 5 is called punch. 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 And punch is written in this way. So we're now halfway through the first 10 numbers in the Persian language. So let's repeat them. Yek, do, se, chahar, and punch. So let's just continue right on with the next 5 numbers. The first one here is number 6. And number 6 has a symbol which is kind of similar to number 4. You can see it kind of looks like a flip or tilted 4 from the Roman alphabet. But it is kind of different. You can see number 4 has this straight line down and half a circle, while this one has a tilted line. So it's definitely possible to tell the difference. And number 6 is called shis. Shis. And shis is written very elegantly with 2 of the same letters. Although the last letter here is the final letter, so it has this tail. This is like details from the Persian alphabet, which is out of scope for this video, but which will be covered in another video. But yes, number 6 is shis. Shis. Number 7. The symbol for number 7 looks like this, which looks like a U or a downward arrow, basically. And number 7 is called Haft. Haft. And Haft is written like this in Persian. Haft. Number 8, kind of similar. It is the symbol for number 7, just flipped around. Or an arrow up, basically. And this is called hasht. Hasht. And basically the way that I use to memorize the difference between these two, or at least the symbol, is that 7, since it's the smaller one, is the arrow that points down, and 8 is the larger one, so it's the arrow that points up. That's a smart little trick, I guess, if you have difficulties remembering which is which. And hasht, number 8, hasht is written like this. Yes, so now we're almost there. So I think we should repeat all the numbers that we've learned so far. So we have number 1 is yek, do, se, chahar, panch. And then shes, haft, and hasht. So the final two, number 9 and 10. Number 9, the symbol is very simple because it is exactly the same as the Roman 9. So that is very easy to handle. And 9 in Persian is called no. No. And no is written like this. So now we're almost there, just one to go. And number 10, we reuse the number 1 from here. And then we add a 0, which has this symbol. It is almost like a full stop, except it is above the line. So that is the way you can differentiate between the two. And another thing to notice here is that this is actually written from left to right, just like in the Roman way. Meanwhile, as you can see, or maybe, okay, you can't see, but like the words are written from right to left, like the opposite of what we're used to. But numbers are still written from left to right. So that is something that you should be aware of. And number 10 is called da. Da. And da is written like so. And that is basically it. We covered the first 10 letters, the first 10 numbers, sorry, in the Persian language. And let's just quickly go through them again. So number 1 is yek, do, se, chahar, panch, then shes, haft, hasht, no, and da. The next 10 numbers, 10 to 20, are also kind of irregular, but after that it gets more regular, and then it becomes easier to figure out how to make the numbers, just as in many other languages that you might know. And we will also cover ordinal numbers in another episode. But before we go, as a little bonus at the end here, let's cover 0 also, because for number 10 here we saw the symbol for 0, and so the symbol for 0 is just this dot, which is, as I said, raised above the line, which differentiates it from a normal full stop. And 0 has a very difficult word, because 0 is called sefr, and it's spelled like this, which puts an F and R right next to each other, so it's a pretty difficult sound to pronounce for English speakers, but it is pronounced something like sefr. Sefr. So the trick is to say sef and then add like a rolling R afterwards. So sefr, sefr. And sefr is written in Persian like so. And that's it. That's the first 10 numbers in the Persian language. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that it was helpful and that you learned something, and that you will continue to watch my videos on Persian numbers and more. Goodbye.